welcome to another outdoor adventure today. Welcome. Uh, it's a week since the last video I made. Thought today, since the battery on the camera died last week, I thought we'd come back out here today and try to capture some of those things I wanted to get last week and couldn't. So we're going to go back to the stream. In fact, we're standing in front of it right now. We're going to go back and to the little area where I camped and had my lunch, where the little waterfall is. Going to attempt to do some fancy stuff with the camera today. Some underwater photography, hopefully. Try to capture some neat images of the water cascading over that waterfall. The weather today is way different. It's only about 25 degrees and there's a nice stiff breeze out of the north, so it's a lot colder and a lot more winter-like out here today. Put your mittens and your jacket on and come on along with me. Before we get started hiking back to the little waterfall, I thought I'd just do a little shot here, this little elbow in the stream. It's a pretty cool little spot. I stopped here last year on my hike and had a little spot of lunch and just enjoyed the solitude of this spot. Now coming back this year, there's a lot less snow on the ground and it's a little bit warmer than it was then. And I noticed right here at this little bend in the river, there's a little natural spring. Water running down, percolating down out of the field to my right here and coming out of the ground right here underneath this little log or root and trickling down, flowing into the river. Here's another really cool little thing. These little fungus, shelf fungus on this old oak trunk falling in here. I call them squirrel patios. Look like they've been here forever. Well, that wasn't too graceful, but I made it. Well, what a pretty little spot this is right here. This is actually the convergence of two streams. The main stream right in front of us here, flowing out of Lake Sherwood. And then off to the right here is another little stream. It looks like a drainage ditch, but it flows through the old fields here. It comes out of Lake Sherwood about a half a mile west of where the main stream comes from. Then it goes south across the field and then cuts straight east and then comes and joins in right here to the main stream again. It's such a peaceful, serene place. Let's walk over here. This is interesting. Fallen ash tree here in the old trunk. It's got fungus growing up the side of it, and then right across the stream is a seep, another seep coming out of the woods, flowing underground, and it's got the ground all stained orange there. As the water flows underground, it picks up the iron that's in the soil and the gravel, and then when it flows out here, it leaves these orange iron deposits on the banks of the stream. Oh, that's wonderful. I just heard a shotgun blast out in the field a little ways from here, just out that way. So I got my orange hunting cap on now. Hopefully they're not going to mistake me for a squirrel or jackrabbit or whatever the heck it is they're hunting. We can hope. Here's another neat little spot. Look at these seeds here. These feathery seeds that are caught up in this tree. Here's a really cool shagbark hickory tree growing in the woods here. I know you just heard one of my hunting buddies over there popping off. Who knows what they're shooting at? I haven't seen any animals back here. Pillars of the forest back there. Looks like they've seen better days. A couple of big old oak trees back there in the woods. Well, I'm gonna swing around here now. Looking downstream, we've been following this little creek. I'm gonna call it Sherwood Creek for lack of a better name. It doesn't really have a name on the maps, but I'm gonna call it Sherwood Creek. Anyway, we're about 50 yards upstream now of this little man-made feature that I stumbled across in the woods back here last year. It's so mysterious because it's obviously been here a long time, and it's been abandoned and deteriorating for ages, it looks like. But it's a little dam across the creek. Somebody's taken the time to build some concrete block walls on both sides of the river, making a little impoundment there. I just can't imagine what used to be back here. I don't know if it was part of the park that they've abandoned, or private property, someone's own private little retreat. One of these days, I'm gonna go to the Commerce Township Library and see if I can learn anything about Proud Lake Recreation Area and what might have been here before the state took the land over and made a park out of it. So we'll be walking down that way real quick.